Hello friends, welcome back to Webronaq. In this video, we're going to write a C program that prints the Fibonacci series. Now, if you're new to this term, the Fibonacci series is just a sequence of numbers where each number is the sum of the two numbers before it. So it goes 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and so on. Pretty famous pattern, and a classic beginner exercise in C. All right, let me walk you through the code on screen. Then we start the main function with int main. This is where our program begins running. Inside main, we declare our variables. We have int n and I. Here, n will store how many terms of the series the user wants to see, and I will be used as our loop counter. On the next line, we have int a equals 0, b equals 1, and next. So a is set to 0 and b is set to 1. These are the first two numbers of the Fibonacci series. The variable next will be used to calculate the upcoming number in the sequence. Now look at the printf and scanf lines. The printf displays the message enter number of terms to the user, and scanf reads the number they type and stores it in n. The %d tells the program to expect a whole number, and the and n means store the input at the address of n. Next, we have a for loop. It starts with I equals 1 and runs as long as I is less than or equal to n, increasing I by 1 each time. So if the user types 7, this loop will run 7 times, giving us 7 terms.
Inside the loop, here's where the real Fibonacci logic lives. First, we print the value of a, so in the first round, it prints 0. Then we calculate next as a plus b, which becomes the new number in the series. After that, we update a to hold the value of b, and b to hold the value of next. This shifting is the heart of the logic. We're sliding the window forward by 2 numbers each time. So in simple words, every loop round prints the current number, then prepares the next pair for the following round. Finally, we have return 0, which tells the system that our program ran successfully, and the closing curly brace ends the main function. The beautiful thing about this logic is that it isn't tied to C alone. The same approach, 2 variables holding the previous 2 numbers and a third one calculating the next, works exactly the same way in Python, Java, JavaScript, or any other language. Once you understand the flow, you can write Fibonacci anywhere. Now, let's move to the next part and see this program in action. All right, here's the output of our program. When we run it, the program asks enter number of terms, and we typed 7. And just like that, it printed the first 7 numbers of the Fibonacci series. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Let's quickly trace through what happened. The first round printed 0, which was our starting value of a. The next became 0 plus 1, which is 1. We shifted the values forward, so a became 1 and b became 1. In the second round, it printed 1. The next became 1 plus 1, which is 2. Again, the value shifted. A became 1 and b became 1. Third round, it printed 1. Next became 1 plus 2, which is 3. Fourth round printed 2. Fifth printed 3. Sixth printed 5. And the seventh printed 8. See the pattern? Each number is just the sum of the 2 before it. That's the entire Fibonacci magic, and our small loop handled it cleanly with just 3 variables. So that's how you write a Fibonacci series program in C. Simple logic, very few lines of code, but a great exercise to understand how loops and variable swapping work together. If you found this helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to Webronaq for more beginner-friendly C programming tutorials. I'll see you in the next one.